We recently did a $6,000 commercial pressure washing job, and in this video, I'm going to break down the estimate and everything that we charge so that way you guys can learn how to quote commercial jobs just like this one. This is my first time doing this though, so if you guys like the idea of me breaking down commercial or residential quotes, be sure to hit the thumbs up on the video so I know you guys want to see more just like this. But if you want to learn how we land 10, 20, or even $30,000 commercial accounts, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. That is going to take you to the Local Domination 2 course we recently released, where we take you through our BOA method that we use every day in order to land these large commercial accounts. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so for this estimate, we're going to be creating it within Quote IQ. If you guys haven't checked out Quote IQ already, check out the second link in the comment section and the description. You guys can send estimates, invoices, or collect payments all for free using Quote IQ. And if you go to myquoteiq.com, you can actually save on every single tier. We're doing a new special offer where you guys can try every single tier of Quote IQ for only $1 for the first month. So if you're interested in that, check out myquoteiq.com. If you subscribe for a year, you actually get a free onboarding call with myself and Mike. Just click choose plan, upgrade to a year, and then we'll hop on with you and help you through everything that you need to know. If you guys are interested in that, second link in the comment section and the description. But let's go ahead and jump right into this one. So the first thing we're going to want to do is create our estimate. So I'm going to come into the estimate screen here. I'm then going to click create estimate at the bottom. We're then going to go ahead and find our customer, which should be commercial customer right here. We're going to click save and continue, and then we're going to go ahead and put together our estimate. Now, for this particular commercial job, we actually did a bunch of different things on this property. So we did the window cleaning, we did the parking lot striping, we cleaned the parking lot, and we cleaned the building as well. Now, the initial quote didn't have all of those things on it, but something crucial for you guys to remember whenever you're quoting commercial accounts is you want to get on the property, you want to get the job, and you want to leverage all your other services that you have in order to raise your average ticket price up. So we didn't send over this entire estimate in a bulk estimate like this. It was actually sent. The first estimate was just the building, and then the second estimate was the parking lot striping. And then after we completed the job, they were like, hey, there's still some hard watermarks and stuff on these windows. Would you guys mind coming through and cleaning the windows as well? So just so you guys know, it's not like we sent over this $6,000 quote immediately first thing to this company. It actually kind of happened slowly over time. So we progressively got higher and higher with regards to the amount of money that we were charging. So that's something that you guys can do when you get on site. Quote the job, land the job, and then upsell to all your other services. But with that being said, let's go ahead and build our quote. So like I said, we did the window cleaning, parking lot striping, parking lot cleaning, and the building cleaning. I'm going to start with the smallest thing, and then we're going to work our way up. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we did the quote for the window cleaning. So when we come in here, we're going to select window cleaning. I have all of my services pre-categorized just to make it easier on me because we offer so many different things, and sometimes the service list can get a little bit crowded with all the different services that we offer. So if you guys want to, within the services section, you guys can actually set specific categories for your services. So I come into pressure washing, scroll down. I'm then going to come into the window cleaning here at the bottom. One of the coolest parts about Quote IQ is the map measuring tool. I'm then going to click through to the property, and then it's going to show us an overview of the property. And then I'm going to scroll over here, and if I click this button right here, it's actually going to show us a street view of the property. So we're going to be able to lay eyes on it. So this right here is the specific property that we cleaned. And this is how we're actually going to put together our window quoting estimate. So as you guys can see here, there's like 6 little different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 little different groups of windows. And basically with regards to window cleaning, we're going to have a per window price. And then we're also going to have a per door price because the door is a little bit bigger than the windows. One of the most important things you guys need to be keeping in mind when you're quoting windows for a commercial facility is whether or not this commercial facility wants it done on the inside and the outside or just the outside. And that's one of the specific things that we asked whenever we did this job. They only wanted it on the outside. These windows hadn't been cleaned in a very long time. And so after we finished cleaning the parking lot and the building, they were like, man, these windows don't look very good, which is something called blowing the symmetry. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of it. I'm going to leave it for another video just because I want to make this one not that long. But anyway, so when we're quoting the windows, what we're going to do is we're going to quote them on a per window basis. So we have a window price, we have a door price. Our window price for this specific job is $8. At this point, we had already done a ton of work for these people. They just wanted as a quick add-on. We actually got the windows done probably just about maybe 2-3 hours. We're not even professional window cleaners. This was actually our first window cleaning job, which I will have a video on the channel about here shortly. But we quoted the windows $8 per window and $16 for the door. So if we look at each little cluster here, we have 12 windows, 13 if you count the top, and then the door. So if you do 13 times 8, that's going to give us $104 plus the 16 for this door. That's then going to give us a price of $120 per set of windows. Multiplied times 6, our price is going to come out to $720. So that's how easy it is to quote the window cleaning. $720. We're going to pop back out of here. I'm then going to do a flat rate price because this is just a flat rate of $720. And that is our window cleaning price for this building. The next thing that we're going to get into is our parking lot striping price, which will be a little bit more because there's a lot more facets to parking lot striping. First and foremost of which is color change. You want to kind of look at the property and see how many colors of paint will be needed on the property. For this specific property, there's only 2, yellow and blue. If you guys do not have parking lot striping as an add-on service, I highly recommend you guys add it on. But first and foremost, we're looking at our color change here. And our color change is going to be $150 flat rate because there's only one time that we're going to have to actually change our color from yellow to blue. It's a whole process. If you've never done parking lot striping before, it does take a little bit of time. Secondly, we're going to have our handicap logos. We're just going to come on here and count them. So as you guys can see, we got one there and one there. Only 2 handicap logos on this property. So then we can back out. We have our per quantity price here. We're then going to plug in 2 for our number of units, and Quote IQ is going to do the math. Curbing restripe, there was no curbing restripe. There was, however, a linear line restripe. So we're then going to hop in here. This is going to be a linear footage measurement, but basically the line of paint was on this walkway right across the front of this building. So we're going to measure pretty much the entire front of the building, and that's going to give us our walkway price that there was just a yellow line of paint all the way across. Sometimes with regards to parking lot striping, I would recommend you guys go out in person to quote because there are little things like that line striping that you would miss, and that was $225 for us. The other thing is sometimes, from these views, there's some things that we can't necessarily see. And as well as if you are quoting a large commercial job, I would highly recommend you guys go in person so that we can make a good first impression. You can kind of talk with the person who's going to make the purchasing decision, and you kind of get to know them and ask good questions and just lay your eyes on the property so that we get an idea for what the upsells are. The next thing we're going to look at is directional arrows. There's 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. So there's 5 total directional arrows. This is a per quantity price. So we're going to plug in our number of units, which is 5. Quote IQ is going to do the math for us. So $200 on parking lot arrows. Parking line striping. I'm going to save you guys the time of me actually counting these. There's about 34 lines on here. I've already counted, but essentially you would come through here, you would count up all your lines, and then we have our price again, which is a per unit price, $15 per line, $34 units, and it's going to do the math for us. The next one is our hash marks. Hash marks is just, I'm going to show you guys right here. It's this blue right here that is hash marks, which are right by our handicaps. So we only have 1 hash mark on this property. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 1 as our number of units, and then it's going to do the math. So that is everything with regards to our parking lot striping portion of this quote. We're then going to go ahead and hop into the pressure washing portion. So first and foremost, I went ahead and measured the concrete. I did this before I made the video because measuring the concrete takes a long time. You got to get all of the lines. I'm going to pop up a screenshot so you guys can see. The measurement on the parking lot came out to almost 18,000 square feet. There's another section that I did not account for, which is a walkway right underneath the front of this building. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and round up and say that it is 18,000 square feet. Now, one thing to note with regards to quoting commercial jobs, especially when it comes to concrete, sometimes there's huge parking lots. Really, the bigger the parking lot, the more of a discount we give on a square footage rate because we don't want to price ourselves out. We do want to make sure that we're compensated for the work that we're doing, but we don't want to overprice it. So sometimes, people will get overzealous with regards to commercial concrete, and that'll prevent them from landing the job. So for this particular job, we're going to do 11 cents a square foot on the 18,000. I've seen people go as low as 8 cents, but typically between 8 and 12, I feel like is a good spot for a large commercial parking lot. I mean, really depends on your area and all the other factors, but we're going to put in 11 cents there, and then we are going to have the building wash. So for the building wash, it's a little bit different of a quote. So first and foremost thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and measure the building. There's a lot of other factors that you're going to want to take into consideration with regards to quoting the building. I'm going to tell you guys about those in just a second, but I'm actually going to do this measurement live just because of how easy the building is to measure. This is my favorite part about Quote IQ is the integration of the map tool, so that way you don't have to use multiple apps. You can just use your map tool, and then everything syncs and makes it super easy. So with regards to putting together our quote for this particular building, what we're going to do is we're going to take the perimeter measurement here, which is the distance around here. And then we're going to multiply it times how high the building is. So for this particular building, I would estimate that it's about 25 feet high. Multiply it times 0.25. And what we're doing is we're taking the surface area of what needs to be clean. That's why we take the perimeter times the height to get the surface area of everything that needs to be clean. And then we're just going to take into consideration all the factors like how easy is it going to be for us to get around the backside of this building. On this particular building, there wasn't a lot of room for us to maneuver, so we knew that was going to be a little bit difficult. Or our hose is going to be able to reach? Where's the water sources? A lot of these kind of things get taken into consideration when you're quoting commercial jobs, but that's essentially how we get the surface area of everything that needs to be clean, and then we multiply that times whatever our rate is based on how difficult the job is going to be. So for this particular building wash, based on our measurements, we're going to have a price of $2,593. And that is going to be our cost for the building wash. So with that being said, we've gone ahead and put together a quote for absolutely everything on this job: the striping, the window cleaning, the building wash, and the parking lot cleaning. And our price is going to come out a little bit over $6,600, which is perfect for us. And that's kind of how the story of this job went. Like I mentioned before, we quoted the building first, then we quoted the parking lot and the striping, and then we quoted the window cleaning. So it wasn't as big of a blow of like, oh, look, it's $6,000. It kind of happened gradually, which is a good way to go, especially if you want to make some good money on your commercial accounts. Now, with regards to Quote IQ, you guys can then enter a terms and conditions into here, which is super easy. We have a pressure washing contract here. This is my test account, so I have a couple of other things in there as well. But then it's going to give you a preview of what this estimate looks like, and then you can go ahead and send this off to the customer. Now, another thing that I recommend with regards to quoting commercial accounts is if they only wanted you to quote the building, you can go ahead and put together an estimate separately for the concrete and for the striping, which is what we did, which is how we got it. And then afterwards, they asked us to do more work. So anyway, hope this helped you guys out. If it did, hit the thumbs up button. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below quote, and I'll hashtag you're a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.